Even in a land of monsters, there's one that stands beyond the rest. He is known by many names: the Butcher, the Bloody, and the Beast. After the fall of Vlad von Carstein many years ago when he fought the Empire, the surviving counts fought amongst themselves. The one who could unify the land through rage and power alone was Konrad von Carstein. In lieu of magic, he used martial finesse and brutality to overpower any who would oppose him. Now in this campaign, he's united with many other notable names whose stories you'll learn about in our sequential chapters. Enemies and challenges will be mustered up in this campaign. That includes many changes, including provincial patrols for Konrad to slaughter. Here's my return to Warhammer 2, a much more cinematic experience in the battles than what you might be used to. If you would like for me to continue, make sure to watch each part. Follow me on Twitter, join my Discord community to get access to my mods, and even follow me on Twitch where I stream quite often. Now, let's begin our story. We have much conquering to do. It is at the feared Castle Drakenhof where Lydia and Konrad von Carstein make their plans. Potentially together they can twist and turn the tides of fate, and maybe they can finally see their dreams come true. The complete destruction of the Empire could potentially be at hand. Now, we have many goals to accomplish, you know. If we have a look over here, there are population mechanics we need to be concerned about. If we spend too much of our special resources here, then we'll be in trouble. We'll have only corpses to use, but to have ghouls and ghosts and even vampires can help us out quite a bit. And here we are. We have Lydia von Carstein, 92 armor, 80 leadership, 38 speed. She has some rather powerful abilities like over here, the Three-Blooded Queen. Lydia accepted invitation of Akana the Hag, her mentor, and they became blood sisters. Lydia now had the combined blood of von Carstein, Stragos, and Lamian coursing through her veins. So she's got blood bathing, which will regenerate her health over time. She has a weapon strength increase of 10% for embedded vampire heroes, and also for crypt ghouls, crypt horrors, and handmaiden units too, which is pretty interesting. She's also got a missile strength, 10% up for Sylvanian crossbowmen and handgunners as well. Now, let's go over to our favorite friend here, Konrad von Carstein. Now, he is insane. He could lose it every so often. Let's have a look at what he has. The Butcher, the Bloody, and the Beast. So public order goes up by +5. He's got a higher chance to wound enemies. He's able to cause terror, and he will never be destroyed. And also, he's got a great head of hair. Later we'll look at his special abilities, but not yet. Right now, we are busy. Then, we have Frederick Van Hel, a very famous character, naturally. Let's have a look at what he has. Progenitor of the Van Hel family. Weapon strength up when fighting against men, Skaven 2, and he causes terror when fighting those two factions. So we have some pretty interesting heroes. We even have one more. A very special Banshee. Whispering Now. Let's have a look. Let's see. Nightmare of Vargravia. Across Sylvania, parents tell of wailing women who shriek the souls of noisy children into their graves. I think I had a babysitter like that. Yet the tale of Vargravia's Banshee, known as Whispering Now, is even more disturbing. +10 to a charge bonus, +1 to hero capacity for Banshees, and it's cheaper to recruit ethereal units for that particular army where she's located. So now, what are we going to do? We've got a civil war to fight, you know. Right over here, we've got a few enemies. They've got plenty of men. They can migrate. We've got some undead too. Alright. We could go up north. Let's have a look at what we have. Drakenhof. So I think I would like to conquer up north right now. I need Waldenhof. I need Eschen as well. Before we leave and go anywhere at all, we need to make more money over here so we can build a tarnished gold shaft early on, which is quite nice to have. 500 more dark magic for income. And I've got my sinister comps, which I'm going to destroy right away. I don't want to hold on to that. I've got plenty of fell bats. Now, when it comes to technology, I think early on I should probably focus on my basic undead minions. Let's do that. There we go, +3 to melee attack, and defense for my skeletons and zombies too. I need to get a few of them. I could use Raised Dead, and I'm going to right now. I've got the dark magic for it. Now, why don't we move up north? I don't know what they have, but it doesn't really matter to me. We've got to go fight a battle. A very simple battle at that. It's only a small one, we shouldn't have to worry about it too much. I can auto-resolve here. there's not too much for me to do. I did lose only 32. They lost everything. Now I'm going to occupy because, again, that belongs to me. I want it relatively intact. I gained a treasurer providing more income for me from a few buildings and, more importantly, armor of silvered steel. As long as it's not really touching my skin, maybe I'll be able to utilize it, you know. A little bit of cloth there and I'll be okay. Okay, more campaign movement to me is quite important. She's got some rather interesting... Oh, really? She's all about the creatures. Okay, look at that. Cheaper Vargeist, all of that. So rather than getting that technology early on, I'll let her pick these up instead. I can't wait to look at more of her abilities in detail, but we can wait for now. We'll do it later. For now, though, I need to be able to move a little bit further. Then there's Konrad. Konrad is scary. We know this. Okay, the hunger. He needs the hunger right now. 495 for weapon strength is really not bad at all. Some decent armor piercing too. I wonder who he's going to be able to challenge when out there. So now we are relatively ready to move on, but let's go look at our diplomacy screen. Oh, I know. I know, Grandpa. Clan Ferric. I don't really care about them. Musion is very far away. Kimmler, he's found Krell, but he's also very far away. Okay, there's no friends to really make right now outside of Clan Ferric. We could have a non-aggression pact. Sure, they want one. Now, I wonder if they would give me a little bit of money. I doubt they can. We can try it, though. Hey, that worked out. So we've got some trade income coming in. It's not a lot. 57 is not a lot, but we've got some. Now, one more character. Frederick Van Hel. Let's go say hello. Oh, we've got some other interesting abilities like over here. Call of Progenitor. Summon a unit of zombie witch hunters. Really? Oh, that's mean. I like that. I'm gonna have him patch up my units when needed. Perfect. Now, why don't we wait on our enemies to get here? If they want to. If not, I'm going to conquer the entire region. They cannot stop me. Oh, the Grand County of Sylvania. Look at what's over here. Humans in our realm. We can't permit it. We're on a new turn now, and we have more to do, naturally. Now, I could go out there and try to use Whispering Nail to take down some walls, but we're going to bring her in. She's going to be able to increase my mobility by 10%. Let her join the boys and Lydia. And she is not sworn to carry my burdens. Let's go over here. Or maybe it is Lydia, and she's like, you know what? I'm tired of carrying. Time for me to kill a few people. Bernhoff, you came here at the wrong time. Interesting facial features. I hate you. Now die. That was my observation of him. Okay, a close victory. Over 300 have been destroyed on our side, but who cares? They're already dead. They're just puppets to me, muppets. Alright, we're gonna occupy. I'm not here to subjugate anything at all. I'm just here to conquer what belongs to me already. So we did lose a few, that's true. I've got some zombies already. Enchanted shield, +3 to armor, +4 to melee defense. And we now have a new province under our command. Now, what do we want over here? I already have the Mad Count. I have no ancient armory to use my grave guard, though that would be nice now, wouldn't it? I think it would be quite nice to have, sure. That's true. I'll have to wait to get a different building later, like my barrow. Skeleton Reapers, whoa, those look creepy. What else do we have over here? Halberds too? We've got some new units to use, for sure. But I just want to ensure that we're using some measure of variety. Okay, we have another comps over here. It's a tier 3 building, so we'll keep that one, I suppose. And what else do we want? We've got more population growth. That doesn't really hurt. We could get over here a building to increase income, public order, and to help out our thralls. Or I could even get more food and growth. Now, I've got some starving people. 96,000 need food. I've got humans. Population who needs food total. Alright, well, we should probably work on feeding them, I suppose. Look, I need people to pay taxes. The dead aren't very good at it, so we're going to leave them alone. Let's see, over here I can get more stuff. When it comes to what I want back in my HQ, back in my home territory, that'll take time. So I could pick something for now. I could come over here. I already have vampires, so I don't need that yet, and I can't get my ancient armory, much to my own regret. So for now, we could just take up some income. It'll take a few turns, but I'll get an increase in time. Now, Lydia is level 3. What are we going to give to Lydia? Lydia, what do you need, huh? The hunger? Okay, more replenishment for you. We can give you that. Then over here is Konrad von Carstein. He's like, look, I need more pomade for my hair. Can you provide that? No? Okay. Well, here's some more melee defense for you. Then over here for Van Hel, the betrayer of his own people. Let's give him the Curse of Undeath. Yeah, let him cast spells and heal up our units. Then Whispering Now, you got some experience too. Wonderful. I'm going to give her increased mobility. She's going to support us. We've got plenty of help from our many heroes. Now, when it comes to a new commandment, what do we want right now? I think right now what I want is probably more corruption and growth. I'll worry about public order as we go along. Now, I could get some units while here. I could, let's see, train up a bunch of skeleton dwarves. That would give me some armor piercing, 2 turns to wait, and some enemies may come to attack me from down over here. I wonder though. No other faction is trying to fight me directly. We shall see in time. The Empire, they are coming, and we shall handle them. Our population is fairly unhappy, but I think in time we'll be able to handle it. They're not nearly as hungry currently, which is quite nice. I could try to get rid of some people in the future. Let's see, 60,000 men. Now, population can also migrate between nearby settlements from highly populated regions to lower ones. And also, as a brief note, all ports are connected to one another, and migration can occur between them at a lower rate. And we'll be learning more on how to manage it as we go on, but I love it a lot. I love having a troop mechanic based on population. I think that's pretty interesting. It means I've got to watch out for what I'm doing, correct? So before we go after the humans, we need to move down. We need to move way down. Let's see, we've got plenty of public order. So far, Sylvania is coming under a new dominion. Konrad says, let Lydia lead. I'm here to kill. I can picture him saying that. Alright. The Lords of Templehof. You're no true Harkon, you're a pretender, you're a cosplayer, and a very poor one at that. After that, where are we going to go? Well, I'm thinking about going after the Moot. It depends, are they allied to anyone? They are not. The Moot is where I want to go. Then over here, the Grand County of Sylvania. There's a count over there who I would like to declare war upon. Now I've got to wonder. You've got a military ally, Stirland. It looks like we'll be going to war in the west. Lydia von Carstein, you're busy conquering all of Sylvania. She's making quick work of very minor factions. The men are gone beyond Konrad, so she gets to take over. There we go. Saved Posner. Wow. What a way to go, buddy. So we now have a new location under our command. We can upgrade it right away, but I could also upgrade other locations. Now, I would like to get my Sylvanian levies. I think they're going to be quite cool to use. I've always wanted more of a human focus with a bunch of undead over in Sylvania. There are humans who live here. They pay taxes, you know. Actually, we can upgrade 2 of them. Why don't we do that? And we've got some new skill points. So early on, we're having a build-up to what's coming next, which again is going to be a very challenging campaign once we begin to dive deep into the Empire or even other factions. So over here for Konrad, my friend, I shall give you, again, more melee defense. I like when they're out there just taking damage. Here you go. Here's your shield. Enjoy. All right. Very good. Now, Frederick, what about for you? Gaze of Nagash. Personally, I'm a big fan of raising up the dead. It brings me joy, brings a tear to my undead eye. All right. Now, for Whispering Now, I'm going to give her some more strength. I mean, look at that. She's a tough one. We want her to go in there and really beat them up. I've got some dwarves too, and I think they're going to be pretty cool to use in battle. Armor piercing so early on. Wow. That's going to be great. All right, we're done here. So we've got to worry about population. They can migrate to other locations whenever they need to. And let's see, they are famished. I just need a little bit more food. We do not have too many dissidents right now. Good, good. I've got plenty of corpses, ghosts, ghouls, and I do not have a lot of vampires. I've got to watch out for that. I've got to get a few more if we want to keep that going. I mean, Varguys are vampires, just a bit feral. There we go, 1 mission done. More dark magic for me. Skaven, you say? Listen, Grandpa, I don't need you. I never needed you. I don't even know why you're here. I should use them as a puppet for my own entertainment. Alright, I'm not too worried about them. So I've got to occupy, loot, raise, or sack many different locations, and once these other factions declare war upon me, life is going to be a little bit different, I think. Now let's come over here. Oh, there they are. Gilly Hornblower. Oh, you definitely look like a hornblower. Let's have a look. He's got battle recipes. Interesting. All right, well, we are going to war because I want to expunge the Moot. Let's get them. I don't care what friends you might have. We're going in today. It's my time to shine, I think. Oh, that's going to be an interesting army. So we're fighting what? Master Cooks, Dryads, Press-Ganged Thieves. We've got Cockerel Riders, Cock Riders. We've got Halfling Rangers. We've got over here Hot Pot. Oh, I haven't had Hot Pot in over a year. Don't you show me that. Now it's personal, buddy. All right, we've got Wardens over here. Halfling Spear Militia. Let's see, what else do we have? Glibfoot Bullspanker. You know what? I don't think I could show that on screen. They've also got ogres. Not ogres. Ogres are terrifying. But let's go fight them. Can we win? I suppose we're going to find out. Here's our army now. Look at all of them. They look rather imposing. What would you do if you were to fight them? I'm telling you right now, fighting man is one thing, but to fight the unnatural, that to me is terrifying. There they are though. Konrad, Van Hel. We've got all of them. Lydia too. Nell is actually pretty interesting to look at. Now, let's go over our army because we should. We have their army right over here, but the undead, they know how to fight. They know how to stick around for a long period of time. Let their heroes move in. Let the zombies move in. They're there to incur casualties. Now, let's go over here to the Moot's army. For a new unit, and a big reason why I want to go play the Moot again, we've got Cockerel Riders. Massive cocks, who might even be a threat to me. They've got anti-large as well. I'm moving in my bar guys over on their flank with my Blood Knights. On their other flank, I've got my Fell Bats currently waiting. And naturally, I've got my zombies and my skeleton dwarfs. Now, let's go check them out before we watch our dear friend Konrad go to fight. But there they are. Undead dwarfs now charging into battle. You can see how beautiful the battlefield looks too. It's a decrepit area. They do have ogres, and ogres are very powerful. I do remember them quite well. Here they are. They're about to smash through a few of my zombies, but that's what they're there for. And here they go. We've got over here Glibfoot. They've got artillery. They've got their hot pot cannons. Their hot pot throwers. But I've got Fell Bats now moving in. So, in case you're new to what I do for Total War, things for me are a bit more cinematic in nature. So you'll be seeing a lot of beautiful visuals and me going over those battles as such. So back over here, I've got my Var guys now moving into some of these Cockerel Riders. Now they do have anti-large, that's true, but they're being hit by so many different powerful units. What can they do other than die? Not too much at all. So now they're surrounded and they're falling apart. If we keep on looking around, we can see where more stages of our battle are being unfurled. Like over here, we've got Fell Bats who are currently engaging some Halfling Rangers, but Rangers are pretty tough. They're not that weak. They'll actually be here for a minute or two. Look at them. I love them so much. I love the Moot. They're chubby, they're funny, they know how to eat. They're actually pretty sturdy too. If they had more land and power, they would be a dominant threat against me. Their cooking style is unmatched. They should be in Food Wars, that anime about cooking. But there they go. The ogres are fighting, smashing right through my zombies. But what are we doing right now? Well, we've got our friends who are currently keeping them busy. Whispering Nell, she's over here. I keep wanting to call her Smiling Nell, I have no idea. I think a creepy, smiling, ethereal spirit is a little bit more than I would like to see at any given point. But there they are. They're attacking my zombies again. They're holding on. They're trying to hold on as best as they can. Now, if we keep on looking around, we can see that they've got Glibfoot Bullspanker. Bullspanker is chilling out over here. Wow. Nice weapon. Very fancy. I love what he's wearing. I'm not sure how Alith Anar got here, though. I'm not going to question that one. Evidently, he likes their food. I have no idea. But here comes my Fell Bats now. I almost called them my Bull Bats. We're not in Avatar, okay? They're going after my Halfling Rangers. My Halfling Rangers? Because I owned them. I bought them. They just don't know it yet. That's why I'm here. I'm here to get my property and my units. But have a look at the visuals of this battle right now. So we do have skeleton dwarfs, and they also have armor piercing, which is why they're very, very powerful. So my Var guys are now moving after another group of units, and never has my game looked so good, I think. I'm just in awe of it because I've not played for a very long time, as many of you know, but here we are just witnessing a beautiful, wonderful battle. So my Blood Knights are now charging in from behind, going after some Dryads. Their leaders are falling apart. Again, Alith Anar is T-posing out of the frame. I have no idea. That's a little bit anachronistic for me, but we'll just accept that he's here and go, what a strange elf. It'll be like that rumor that you hear. Did you hear there was an elf on the battlefield? No. Why would they be so far from home? It's not logical. Yeah, and he was outstretching his arms, and we don't know why. I don't either. I have no idea. So our Var guys and Blood Knights are working together. They have, between all of them, hundreds of kills. They broke right through another group of their units. Back over here, we can see what we're currently going for. So what do we have? We've got some Bowman Militia. Frederick has been fighting on his own. He's been busy. And he's a very cool looking character, too. A very cool necromancer.
Van Hell. Blood shall be ours.
Or whatever vampire voice they do. So now we're back to where there's a group of them. A group of Master Cooks. Now Master Cooks are tough, old halflings. They know how to cook, and they know how to kick you out of their kitchen, and they probably consider everything here being their kitchen, so they're going to stay for a bit. We're still early on in our campaign where things are going to be a little bit easier in my view, so I'm not too concerned about the humans that we've got to fight. These Sylvanians, I'm not giving them time to rest. I'm going to move quickly. You're going to watch me advance quickly and go after many different targets. So we got rid of their hot pod. They do have Dryads. We're still fighting their halflings. We charged in with Konrad, and look at that. He's right there using his blades like a mad vampire count should. Cutting right through swaths of them. I would say cutting them in half, but that would just be another half for the halflings. More zombies are coming in. Van Hell is constantly going to bring in zombies when I'm able to. It's a great way to keep your enemies bound down. I mean, really, it's like putting gum in your enemy's hair. They're just kind of pissed off about it, and they got to get it out. So there we go. They're falling apart now. We're about to win the battle. The battle's about to be over in just a moment. The Master Cooks have only a little over 20 kills. They're hardy, but they're not getting a lot of kills right now. They don't really have a great opportunity. Man, scooping up some trouble, huh, with that ladle. But there they go. They look so much better than when they first came out. I remember playing them a long time ago now. But I'm going to go back to them because those Cockerel Riders make me laugh so much. And we need another food-based Dominion. Roaring Gamzee shall come back. But there goes my Var guys again. Now keep in mind, they are feral vampires. They've lost their minds. And so they're going to take away from my vampire population. We'll have to get more. You can see how many zombies they were able to pick off, but it wasn't sufficient. My warriors are beginning to rally. We have many, many kills. Whispering Nell, 40 kills. She's also able to debuff them as well, which makes her quite powerful. We'll go over more abilities once I have them. My Blood Knights have 127 kills, and the battle is over. We have won. Now time for us to move on, and I'm going to move these statues into my room later. Well, we did so well. How about that? We lost 591. They were very strong, though. They took a while to break. They just didn't have the numbers right now. But that's okay. Evil tends to do pretty well with numbers early on. Goodbye, Gilly Hornblower. You've blown your last horn. The last tell. More speed from my army, and more income from all buildings in a local province. There was no quirky remark, absurd story, or honey-tongued comment to save Glibfoot this time. This is the end of his grand tale. Well, sucks for him, I suppose. Alright, so we've got our new land. We'll need a good name for it. We've got a few dwarfs here, too. I could keep them around. Look at that, they are nourished. They've got food, base food 20. Climate bonus 25, imported food plus 10. Nice, okay. They are doing alright. Now I could use a bigger corpse pile. And also more corruption as well. We don't have a lot of corruption here, which does bother me. My garrison would be quite small. So we do need to probably help out. Alright, I'll try to upgrade quickly when I'm able to. Hopefully that won't take too long. Then we can properly build things up. +1 to corruption. I suppose for now I'll take it. Now we did incur some casualties. Okay, back over to what we have now. We had plenty of magic for that battle. Konrad, you are now rank 5. What am I going to give you, Konrad? Devastating charge? Sure. I like that one too. Then for Van Hel, let's see, Raised Dead. I do like using Raised Dead. What else do we have? Spirit Leech. Actually, I do want that to target enemy commanders or heroes. And for Whispering Knell. Oh, even more for melee attack. You don't take a lot of damage as is. Yeah, I want her to hit quickly. Later I'll give her more speed too. We'll give her that good speed. So we're pretty much done over here. I don't know when my enemies are going to come visit me. Fortunately, my armies are pretty cheap. I can't get more heroes right now, though that would be pretty beneficial. It's only our early game and we have another faction to go after. Thankfully, no one's coming for me right now. I might even need to get a new commander to hold on to this area. More technology to pick up, okay. Bigger loss down. Yeah, sure, maybe. Free zombies, oh man, that is really hard to beat. We could go down that route and get free zombies. They're just so good to have to reduce your enemies. Now over here I could use more money or more corruption. 17 turns is a long time, but we're going to need corruption early on if we want to do well. That is why I'm going to go down that route, even though it's going to take a lot of early game investment. I feel like I can overwhelm my foes. Oh, my vampires are really going down. Plus 5 vampires per turn from your population of men. It does take time to turn them. That is true. Now, we can wait here, and that's what we're going to do. It's going to give me time to build up what I can. Now, I could export food from over here. That is generally my idea. Half of all food produced by this province will be exported to feed other provinces. Done. They'll be hungry, but that's okay. They're meant to be hungry. I've got other people to feed. Right over here. Famished. It could be better. It could be much, much better. Alright. So let's wait for a little bit as we continue to replenish. Do I have anything interesting I can recruit yet? Not really. I mean, my other option right now is to combine what I have. That's true. We could just combine and see what comes of it. Okay, I'll get rid of some zombies over here. I could turn them into warriors, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about their veterancy. Done. Now, if we go after these fellas over here, Sterling is going to annoy me. That much is true. That means we need another commander. Now, I don't want to use the other von Carsteins. We're here to focus on a different story. So I do want different characters to help us out. I mean, if I do that, it'll be the same campaign each and every, single time. I don't want that. Now, I could make my own commander. A master necromancer, a vampire lord. I do like my vampire lords, but they're not cheap. I wish I could do that right now, but I'm going to wait until I have more money for that. So instead, let's come over here. 250, recruit. There, perfect. So now, we want him to get a few units here. Fortunately, it won't take him too long to get some skeleton dwarfs. They're not bad. They have no shields, but they're not bad. We'll pick up 3. And if I need to, I'll have him raised dead, but that'll be some decent units to use. Not to mention, public order is going down back at home. Oh, my corruption is going down. I do not much care for that. My region control is high, but it could be better. Okay. Let's watch out for that public order issue back at home too. See, look, it's going down because corruption is going down. I've got to take out a bunch of dwarfs later, so I'll do my best and try that out too. No. But I've got some money. I'm definitely going to go out there and take them down in just a little while. You know what? We'll just do it now. Get them all together. That way we have a decent army to work together with. And this area over here is under control of many men, so we need to go find them. Now, our people are fed for what few men that we do have. I don't know what that is, but it's called Little Gork. That's terrifying. You know what? I don't want to see it right now. We'll go visit him later. Let's go back over to Waldenhof where I've got some room to build things now. So what do I want early on? I want my barrow, sure. I'm going to want my ancient armory too if I truly do want decent units. Here's a mercenary house. Interesting. The higher vampire corruption in the region is, the less chance of successful recruitment. Ah, so there's a chance per turn to bring them in. I like that. That's really cool. But let's pick up my ancient armory. It's a lot of my money, but I want it out of the way. That way we can get more elite soldiers. Now over here, let's see. We've got some food coming in. You know what? We're going to export more food. That's how we're going to do it. I do need more income. That's true. And now we're going to war. Oh, hold on. They're about to have a rebellion. That's even better for me. You know what? Let's go see what's up. I mean, I'm very curious about that. They've got Lucius von Drac. Is he okay? Is he going to make it? Yeah, he's going to make it. All right. They've got over here Field Mangonels. I'll let you move in now to the dark kitchen where things are pretty grim and rough. So we do need more income. We need more dark magic. There is another mod that I have here called Herd's Province Patrols. So whenever any faction controls an entire province that has at least 2 settlements and their province capital is at least level 2, a patrol will spawn. Now that patrol is free from upkeep and supply lines. It cannot access recruitment, cannot be controlled, and will give minor buffs to the province while it patrols your province. So our enemies can have that too. That means now there's going to be more military forces we need to watch out for. That's pretty darn cool. Also, we don't need to worry as much about defending back at home. I like that a lot. Thankfully, we do have our gold mine. I'm still working on my barrow and my ancient armory. Let's get more money. Let's do it now. And as for another attack, why don't we come over here? It's about time, I think. When it comes to defending, you can raise up even more dead minions. There you go, Heinrich. Or Henrik. And off we go again. Time for another war. They've got allies, and I understand, but I'm very powerful and I'm meant to be. Oh, and here we go again. The undead army is marching forth, and look at that scenery too. Something we don't often get to witness for a long period of time. But imagine now you're some human soldier and you're told, we're going to retake this land. You would look around and potentially posit, for what reason and purpose? Why would we want to be here? It's garbage. It's stinky. You can smell the bogs around here, all of that peat. It's all wet and moist and humid. Why would you want to be here? And by the way, besides the weather, there's dead things here, vampires, ghouls, whatever you can really consider. But we're moving forward right now. Let's have a look at what we're going to do to their army. So I've got my Felbats moving on the right flank. I've got my Varguys over here on the left flank. My Blood Knights are close by. We're getting close with my very powerful heroes. It's a fairly dark battle. It's meant to be. That's really how it's meant to be thematic. We'll definitely have to kind of just watch things pass on by. But look at the Empire. They've got their banners. Man, those little details make a huge difference to me. You can't have the Empire without banners and officers and other things like that. It's way too plain, but these units look gorgeous. They look so much better than ever before. I mean, check that out. That's meant to represent the pride of your people, who your people are. You're holding that aloft saying, hey, we're here. We're not going to lose. We're here to win for the Empire or for my, exact county, whatever. Okay. Let's have a look again. We've got more enemies who are on the way for sure. We just need to watch out. We've got the Knights of Moor who are close by. Am I worried about them? Not really. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be able to take care of it without any issues at all. So if I hold down space, we can see where all of my units are at. Right now, my flying units are moving in. They're over here. We've got Felbats, and these Felbats are just going to entangle a bunch of these Field Mangonels. Yeah, the Field Mangonels, they're just kind of done for right now. There. So, let's have a look again. We've got even more friends who are close by. We've got these Varg guys who are advancing forward. They're doing that. Back over here, we've got zombies on the front lines holding things up. I've got a Spirit Host. It's an ability I have that can summon things in. And right now, for spells, I'm only really using Invocation of Nehek. If you don't know what that is, it heals your units, your undead units. But look at how good they look right now, how terrifying that is to witness. While they're holding. Well, they're not able to do too much. If we zoom back out again, we can see where everything is at. It's hard to make out where my individual heroes are at, or my lords, but they're here right now. We've got Konrad von Carstein. He's got 7 kills right now. We've got zombies over here. We've also got skeleton warriors too and bar guys. They're over here on the right flank tearing up some Knights of More. See, my idea here was to go after their most powerful unit, using my most powerful units, let my vampires crush them in the waters. And they were crushed. There are very few survivors left. Then the Fellbats are over on the right. They're just waiting. They'll come back in later. But the humans, they're not really worth much. They're falling apart quickly. Look at that. Just look at that. We've steamrolled through a portion of their force, so now we're moving over to the other side. I've got my Vargheists again charging in, going after ranged units, and also potentially just swordsmen too. Alright, so now, we've got Nell, who's over here, 20 kills deep. We've got their Count Lucius. He wants his lands back, doesn't he? We'll fight hard for them, friend. Fight very hard for them. I'm sure it'll go your way. There's no way I could beat you and your majestic might in combat. Alright. Let's go back over here real quick and see. Let's see what we can do. We've got a few more enemies to worry about. Just a few more foes to just look at the moment. And we'll see how it all plays out. So we've got these skeleton spearmen. They're fighting in the middle. 24 kills at the moment. They've got spearmen who are close by. Who else do we have? Let's see. We've got Whispering Nell, 25 kills now. And back over here is where they've got some solitary units. Look at that, some swordsmen. Oh, those poor swordsmen. They're not getting very far. Then over here is just where we have a mixture of Frederick leading a bunch of zombies going after... What's he even going after? Like, what's left over here? Right, just some spearmen. Just, you know, a few spearmen. So if we have a look again, we're still holding in the middle. I'm using my Vargheists to really be that scalpel to remove the excess of mankind from this battlefield right now. So look at that. They've got some spearmen, 5 kills deep. They're not getting very far. They're not going to get very far. There's not an opportunity for them to do that. Alright, so these spearmen over here, I think they're done. You can hear them scream a bit. I love zooming in. It's actually, I'm just in awe about how good it all looks. Man, modders have done so much. And now we have won the battle. They've broken because they couldn't hold on. That was it for them. It's over for them. Now we can move on. Over time, as you have more vampire corruption, you'll get better units over time. Now, let's see. What can we do over here? We won a pretty good fight. We've got some new levels. What am I going to give to you, Lydia? You don't have your cool abilities unlocked yet, so there's only so much I can do. I could give her a devastating charge. We could provide more leadership. We'll make her tougher in melee. That's what I'm going to do. Now for Konrad. Konrad the Mad. Devastating charge. That Alpha Strike is quite nice to have. Then over here for Van Hel, let's give him Life Leeching. We could use more magic. Now for Nell, I'm going to give you, there we go, Gutter Fighter. Continue to do what you're doing. We only have so many vampires left, which means in time it's going to be harder for me to replenish my many Vargheists. I've got quite a few, so we need a moment to get our numbers back up. The human factions are not doing very well. For the rights we have over here, I can't use any of them. We'll look at them in more detail once we move along. But as of right now, we are busy. Currently on turn 9, pretty soon we'll be in turn 10. Oh, I can upgrade either the location. That's really good to know. So do we need food over here? Let's have a look. Hungry and very hungry. Yeah, they are quite hungry. I'll save up for that corpse pile for 1. Alright. And over here, what do I want? More food again? Sure. It's more growth as well. Finally, a new use for those pits, you know, outside of having growth alone. Now it's about time for me to end my turn. Hopefully we can beat them in time. And the Moot has... Oh, no, not the Moot. Sterling. They have land right over here. Look at that. They've even got a few elves. Some Azrai. Many men over there. Dwarves too. Hopefully Averlin won't try to come after me. That would be a bad thing. We do have many ghouls. Not bad. Few ghosts, many corpses, and only 2 vampires left. It's back to my turn again. Okay, Lydia, you should be able to take them out. It shouldn't take much time either. It's pretty cool to have a patrol in your own province like that. So evidently it won't be an easy battle, but that's alright. Siege battles are going to be interesting, I can tell you that much. We could spend one turn building things up. Then we'll go after Peter. He's a pretty cool looking character. One day I'll play as Peter and we can rebuild Sylvania. For the humans, not for the undead. Alright. So now, what do we need to do? Well, first off, I'm still building up a few buildings, sure. Over here, I do want my corpse pile. I don't want the humans coming after me and bothering me, so we've got to watch out for that. Now, let's end our turn, then we're going into battle. I can use that other undead army for training, too. Now, time for a siege battle. Look at them holding on to territory that doesn't belong to them. You think you did all of that interior and external design? No. All of that was done by us, okay? We had some designers come in. We had them craft the bones from your people. But the work was done by us, okay? That takes time and potentially your money. We're not giving it back. So I'm going to take it very soon. We've got our siege towers over here. They're just advancing forward at the moment. Really what I've got to do, I've got to entangle my foes early on and allow my stronger units to just clip them. So if you think about what I've done over my last few battles, usually I go over more tactics, but really what that was about was keeping them entangled with my basic, common, cheap units. Then I use my VAR guys to really move in and kill them. So they've got over here crossbowmen, we're looking at spearmen, many other units that are just really trying to hold the wall at the moment. They've got units far back behind that, but I'm not too worried about them at the moment. They've got archers too. Many units back in a square, but those are the ones that I'll touch up on later. For now, though, we're bringing in the Felbats, we're bringing in the VAR guys to go after their ranged units. That's what we need to be doing. That's what we've got to be doing if we want to win. So there it is right now. I'm driving them batty, okay? Hunter S. Thompson would hate this place. It's all backcountry. So now, let's hold on. We've got some spearmen who are over here on the line, and they're just kind of doing their own thing, using their poking sticks to try to hold on, but they're not doing a great job at it. I don't think they can do a great job at it. I mean, what little can they do? We've got VAR guys too. We've got crossbowmen who are on the wall. Let's see. I've got some zombies who have moved up, moving up my siege towers. I've played so much Conqueror's Blade lately, I keep thinking of their siege towers and delivering cheap troops with them. So there they are. They're not going to get too many kills. Now, what's over here? It's a spirit host. Again, a very cheap unit. It's a summoned unit. It won't take long for them to go away. They have 7 melee attack. They can debuff foes, sure, but they're just kind of there to keep your enemies busy, which is what they're doing right now. And that's all that I really need at the moment. So don't worry too much about them showing up. They're not really that powerful. They're just a tool to help out my other units. Now, at the front gate, I was going to use my Blood Knights to break down the gate, but evidently they want to say hello to Nell. And Nell is more than willing to do that. Actually, Nell, they're using a very beautiful model for Nell. Usually the Banshees are horrendous to look at, but in a weird way, I find that almost creepier, like she's more capable. She knows what she's doing here. The Banshees feel much more feral with their default models, but if I saw that, then suddenly, oh, what would be so cool is if the face could contort suddenly into something unholy. Oh, that would be really creepy. So back over here, we're going after crossbowmen who are trying to get the hell out of here. We got some archers who are holding on. They're not really getting too far with it. I did bring in another group of spirit hosts, and they're getting shanked as we speak. And we are speaking. Now, let's go back in and have a look again. We've got these VAR guys. They're pushing in. They're doing what they can to bother them. Meanwhile, I've got a bunch of cheap undead units up here. So my goal is to eventually get Konrad and Lydia over here. There's Konrad right now. He's got 18 kills. He's a melee expert. He's very deadly in melee combat. He's got the hunger. We know that much. He's got 15% for missile resistance. He's able to cause terror. And me having that early on for so many characters is so supreme. It's very powerful. It hurts them a lot for sure. I mean, they end up fleeing before they're ready. That's why I can't wait to fight the other factions. We've got Kislev, we've got potentially Bretonnians, and also other Imperial units that I did add in. I did add in a bunch of units for them, that way they would be stronger as we get along. Now we've got a very unique force to fight over here. Frederick is just bringing in zombies for me. He's leading the mob. That's what I'm going to have him do from now on. He's going to be in charge of the numbers of the fodder. Meanwhile, I'll be able to use my other units to do what they can and to bother our enemies where they need to. But look over here, we've got spearmen. We're also charging in over here to go after some more ranged units. The VAR guys are getting dozens of kills. Look at that, pistoliers. All of them, all of them. there's a pistolier. Oh no, it's a bad day for them. You've come to my territory, and I'm just expelling you. You can't rent here anymore. We've got zombification, like gentrification, but with a bunch of undead, sure. Normally it means something a little bit different, but I've changed it up. I can do what I want. Flesh is malleable, I can change it. But there they go, holding on. They're trying to hold on. They're like, come on now, we can do it. We're fighting against the hordes. And a legendary human that has turned into a necromancer is helping them out. So what do we have over here? Whispering now. We've got these undead zombies too. We've got, let's see, spearmen who are trying to hold on. They're falling apart. We're about to win the battle. Nell's been having a good time. Oh, by the way, let's go check on Lydia. She's over here. We haven't really watched her in battle. It's been very dark in many of the fights. But, ooh. Oh, she's very good. Okay. So she's able to do that. That's actually also terrifying. She's doing flips off of their heads, crushing people between her thighs. Awesome. Well, I love everything that she's doing now. Let her get them. All of them. Wow. We're going to learn more about her very, very soon. But if we have a look, the battle's pretty much done. I've now brought in the Vargeis and Fellbats. The Winged Delights are here. Give them a treat, my undead minions. Give them a treat. Now, they have a count. The count's right over here. Peter von Stolp. My friend. One day we'll play as him. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I do like playing as minor factions more than anything, but there she goes right now. She's dueling him. They're having their fight together, and I don't believe he's able to keep up with her. It's just a little bit much for him. There's Konrad. There's Nell. I have them all moving in to greet him. And he's like, what? Sorry, can't see. I'm like Michael Bisping. I've got one eye here. Still a warrior, but, you know, I've got a clear disadvantage. All right. Here comes the Blood Knights. And so, we have won the battle today, my friends. It is done. We have won. We did it. There's only a few units left, but they have broken. The city belongs to us. The undead have done it again. Well, we did it. We won. Didn't lose a lot. They were far too weak. So now we have our foundation built. Our big, unholy, bony foundation. That's a good thing. Plighted. Give up on trying to win Sylvania back. It's never gonna happen. True. So we get more corruption and a lot more leadership for her. So now we have Sylvania, the Grand County of Sylvania. Wonderful. We've got so much more land, we're doing much, much better. So now we just need to wait a little while, and then we'll be able to move on, or we could go fight Sterling right away. I've got options.
Yes,
I've also got another army to fight later that's going to level me up to level 8. They'll be gone in time. I'm not worried about them, really. Alright, let's have a look. Let's see here. We can't get into our interesting abilities yet. Have a devastating charge. Take that. For Konrad, I can't give you, again, anything interesting. Oh, in time, he'll have some physical resistance. Here, take your Bloodlust. Now, for Van Hel, I'm going to give you the Hallow of Mor. Frederick Van Hel was a priest of Mor. When he was corrupted as a necromancer, he also stole this Hallow from the cult of Mor. Interesting. So we get more public order, magic resistance, and also more magic resistance for our allies in addition to leadership too. Well, nice work, my friend. We'll take that. Then, Whispering now once more. We'll give her Ghostly Howl, sure. Or melee attack and a new ability. We could use that too. So we've got food. We need more food. Over here, let's see, we're at tier 2. We've got, let's see, some interesting units we could bring in later, like some knights or a white king. Do I really want those right now? Oh, look at that. There's one elf here. I mean, I just call them cattle. They are absolutely cattle in my view. Import food. All right, good. Now they've got food. They're doing much better. Here, destroy that for me. Are they hungry elsewhere? Export food. Let's see, you are nourished. Not bad. Yeah, sure. Be hungry. Be a little hungry. That'll do it, I think. So we are balancing out our food. It's crazy how modders are able to come up with a very interesting system that I feel like works well and accentuates our gameplay instead of, you know, just being some anti-fun measure put into place. A village, you say? I'll take a village. A tier 2 village. A new commandment available. Alright, we need more public order. I'm trying to watch out for that issue. Well, we also do need more corruption quickly, so we'll do that first. The dark kitchen I'm holding on to. Eventually we're going to have a few issues over there. Dwarves are also cattle. I could have them focus on exterminating our problems here. That's true. It might take some time, but why don't we get rid of them? Why don't we do that? Let's see, expel. Or we just say standard and leave them all alone. So I do have options here. But I think I do like the idea of getting rid of dwarfs. We don't need them here. Let's see, we've got undead and men. Alright, my friends, we are done for right now, but when we are back, we have so much more to do. Lydia and Konrad, they're not yet done. If you would like to see more, do leave a like and comment right down below. And don't forget to check out my Twitter and all of my other platforms too, like Twitch, where I do stream quite often. And as always, until then.